Oh.
What?
I did it backwards.
You did what backwards? I completely missed that. Whatever that was.
What I did was instead of having the thumbnail as a... Helco to you too, Donnie. Oh my God, Corn Life Network. Happy Canada Day! Yay! We made it, Woo!
Just barely, by the skin of our teeth.
Boy, you guys are here so fast before the watching numbers even updated. So
wow.
Thank you for coming.
That's impressive.
Oh, wow. We're still like, yeah, thanks, Donnie. Happy Canada Day to you too. It's sweltering out there, apparently. I guess you've heard from the Pushas that I think it's supposed to be like 48 degrees Celsius in Montreal, which is nearly 198 degrees something, 101
pretty
degrees.
hot.
It's
Yeah,
hot out
in
there.
there.
It's
I'm not sure
Scorchio.
exactly.
You got it, man.
Well, 30 is 90 degrees.
42 is
30
98.
Celsius, 90. Okay.
Yeah, because that's how we
yeah.
know you're still alive if you're...
Wow.
And it's hot here too. As you can see, I'm holding up my glass of water. Oh my God. We are so thrilled to be back.
Yeah.
It's been an incredible couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks, it feels like a lifetime.
It does, doesn't it, eh?
It feels like a long chunk of time.
We worked so hard, well, actually, we've been back a week, but we were so burnt out. We came back on last Sunday or Saturday? Last Saturday.
Yeah,
that's right, because we were so burnt out we couldn't make the show on the Sunday. We wanted to, but there was just no way, because the whole following week, Shelley was at her parents' place cleaning the the house,
big stone farmhouse
from top to bottom, and I was acting as chauffeur for my father-in-law who had his spleen removed of all things, and I was they live an hour outside of Ottawa. So I drove back and forth about 10 times, and then I'm Mr. Joe Computer Guy for the family. So,
yes. You poor man.
So every time I go up there, my father-in-law's computer, he's 88 years old, bless his heart. That sounds patronizing. Well, anyway, I don't mean that. But anyway, he's 88 years old, and I'm their computer technician guy, and every time I go up there, their computer's dead. For whatever reason. But this time it was really dead. He killed it good this time.
It's a brick.
And to top it off, he had his computer on a desk, an old steel desk from the 1950s or something like that. And it weighed a ton. Like, he has two of those desks in his office. And we had to disassemble one of them with a...
by scripts, etc.
Because we just couldn't lift it. So we actually hauled it out, moved one desk over, and then, of course, it was just... Anyway,
well,
you get it. You get the picture. I apologize for foisting that on you. But, wow. And, the internet is still there. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, who'd have believed it?
Who'd have believed it?
It seemed like it was gone for ages. Well, 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah. So,
wow.
I sort of been following along a little bit. I mean, forgive me for not really getting too into things as such, but I think you started a new hashtag. We are creators, or we are the creators. And is it true you're just basically looking for people who are doing space juice? Yes.
Space juice. That space juice is
basically
great
looking
stuff,
for comedy people. We're a comedy act on Sundays for an hour only. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Space juice. That is amazing stuff. We got to start marketing that stuff, There's some merch. Space juice. No?
Yes. Oh, sorry. I was just trying to read this. I was trying to think, and I was like,
sorry. I was just so blown away with the space juice.
Yeah, me and Saucy.
Spectacular.
Donnie Shaw says, yeah, me, Saucy Sarcasm, and Co.
Saucy Sarcasm. I like that name.
Shelley's not on Twitter, so she's not into the whole Twitterati thing.
No, I have no clue what's going on.
And I actually was paid a very nice compliment by the Pushas there. What was it? Oh, yeah, they did a little shout-out show. I think you were there, Donnie. Maybe Corn Life, you were doing a live show that day? This was on Wednesday, I think, eh? Or Thursday?
I thought it was Tuesday, but I don't know.
We Are Creators is more of a support group just focused on Twitter. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, you were there. Okay, good. And they've, around after we had dinner, I just got on briefly again, and they had, pull two letters and then get your channel things. And I was really, you know, heartened by with what they said about us and me. I've only been on Twitter for like about 2 months now, a month and a half, something like that. And I guess I'm gonna say her name wrong.
Xenia.
Thank you. Xenia said that I have
See? No problem. You got it. I knew you had it in there.
Thank you, my darling.
Oh, come now.
I'm just. Ooh, actually, if I do like this,
It's just swimming around in your head like a little goldfish in a bowl.
Yeah, but I was seeing eggs, and then the K was throwing me.
Yeah, yeah.
Xenia.
Yeah. Well, don't
Anyway, she
think
said
about it too much.
I had this knack for Twitter that she really likes. I kind of likes my Twitter things. So yeah, I was and I do kind of, you know, I've got that Twitter thing. Oh, that was the day after her there. Scare with the.
Oh, that was scary.
With the community strike. Now, what the hell is that?
Oh yeah, that's 90-day suspension.
Well, yeah, if you get a
with?
community
Can
strike,
you imagine?
you get like weather or whatever. 90 days,
That's
no
bad.
live streaming, and their channel is.
All live streaming. That's
Pretty
what
much,
that's what
you
they
know,
do.
and they're doing quite well. And I
Yes.
bow to their Buddha wisdom and that, you know.
Hey,
so,
that sounds a lot like Ben Stein to
I
me.
know, you
Ripping
gotta
off
steal
Ben
from the
Stein.
best. If you don't steal from the best, you're not stealing from nobody.
You mean like Woody Allen?
Like Woody Allen. Go talk to your analyst.
Yeah, that's right. You got to spend a lot of time with that analyst, I tell you.
Oh boy. Actually, you know, it's nice. Like, you guys can't see how green we are. We're living in a green country. It is a harsh penalty, don't you think? I think that's a little much, you know.
Well, if you rely on live streams, that's your thing. Well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you could lose. Can you imagine how much traction you'd lose over 3 months?
Exactly.
90 days.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You know,
to.
you'll totally lose your momentum. I mean, they have this
Yes,
thing
that's
going where it
horrible.
starts rolling. Word of mouth is picking up. They're getting guests, calling.
Yeah.
I mean, and they have a good, nice thing going with the
Sure,
guests
they
and
do.
that, and it works really, really well. I'm very impressed, by the way. So,
Yeah,
to the
I think so
Pooja's
too.
awesome job.
Yeah.
Except you shouldn't be
Smart.
streaming on Sunday when we're doing our show.
You tell them, Quaff. You tell them.
How can they get flagged for spam? Well, it's that cannot cab. Because they do that little commercial they put up the 1 minute commercial in the morning or the day for the show that night. So there's actually a couple of things I want to let you guys know. Like when you do your live, when you upload a video or whatever, one of the social media things tick boxes is Google Plus. Google Plus, while they're part of Google, can hit you for spamming too. And if they hit you for spamming, you lose your YouTube rights.
Oh,
but
really?
YouTube can't do anything because apparently their Google Plus is in a different section and they don't communicate. That's what I heard.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Isn't that sad? So people who have been do multiple uploads a day or daily uploads, and if they always tick that Google Plus box, there's a chance that Google Plus could nab you or nag you or grab you for spam, and give you a strike.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And then apparently YouTube can't do anything.
Oh, yeah, they're all owned by the same company,
They're
but
all
they
owned by
can't
the
do
same
anything.
Sonny.
Well, excuse
Yeah,
us.
exactly. That's what they said. Wow, Donnie said. Well,
That's absurd.
Yeah, it is absurd, but it's nuts.
Yes.
So I
it's
actually
unfair
tweeted
as
that
well.
to them, like in a private message. I said, if you do that, untick that box. I've kept that box unticked. Now, I never upload to Google Plus except, I don't know what it is, the pre-made thing for the live streaming goes to Google Plus. So I have to figure out.
Well, what's Google
Well, it's
Plus?
because I probably set the event so now it's locked in, right?
Well, the thing is, they shouldn't have these things entangled because, that makes... if you're going to have punitive action over here on Google Plus, then it should have nothing to do with YouTube.
Exactly. But this is...
Because if you're not going to sort it out...
This two-way connection hasn't been quite separated yet. And can you get rid of Google Plus? Yes, you can. Just untick the box.
Good riddance.
So don't when you advertise your show, say, you want to do a shout-out for your video or whatever, to like social media, untick the Google Plus one and it doesn't go there, and Google Plus doesn't, has no say anymore.
Thank goodness.
But that's what I do. I just and it's useless anyway. Nobody is on Google Plus. I checked. I have an account there, and I have I should be doing more.
So anyway. That means it's irrelevant as far as YouTube,
absolutely.
Really. And yet they're taking punitive because of that.
They can take action against you.
That's an injustice. That's wrong.
Right. And now,
incorrect.
This is hearsay. I don't have any direct knowledge of that, but the guy, one of the people on Reddit, in the YouTube Reddit, said that's what happens or can happen, and that's why one of these things happened and they couldn't do anything.
Jeez. That's just...
And Donnie's right, because he says Google Plus is a failed Google version of Facebook and Twitter, and that's absolutely true, and nobody uses it. Okay. I don't happen to use Facebook, but that's neither here nor there. But I do enjoy Twitter for some reason. I really like it because
you seem to have a flair for it.
It's that short message thing with the little picture and stuff, and it kind of works. And the fact that it's not associated with my any of my other alter egos.
And there are many.
And so I can be CoriolisAffectment on Twitter and not worry about it. And I enjoy it.
Well, that's great.
Easy to tag people on Twitter. Yeah, exactly. See, I mean, I'm not a Twitterati per se because I've only had the account for a month. I don't know. There's all kinds of little tricks apparently and stuff like that. So I haven't used any of them. So, that's out of the way. But that is weird though, about the Google Plus. I just thought that was so strange and like, ugh.
That's just not. They gotta fix that.
Yeah.
And it's just not fair.
So, it's Canada Day. We haven't even looked outside the window yet.
Too scared.
By half. It's nutty out there and it's hot.
It's like all day.
Like we live in downtown Ottawa. This is outside our window. There is the main drag, and it goes like from there. This is Bank Street. Like if I look out the window, there's Bank Street. Mm-hmm. Up there is Parliament Hill.
Mm-hmm. We can see the fireworks.
If we go up to the roof at 10 o'clock at night, then when the fireworks start, we can actually see them from there. We can see
them from our balcony even. I mean, not as good a view, but still.
I
can see it. I don't have to crane.
Okay.
It's sort of a spot between some of the buildings up there.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not as good a view, but still.
On Canada.
Not bad. Sorry. But... What? No. Oh, sorry. No, I wasn't.
All day long on Canada Day, people are streaming up to Parliament Hill, and Parliament Hill is this massive red and white.
Yes.
But now it's last couple of years it's been really weird. Interesting. It's been really weird because of the terrorism stuff and the soft targets and all that stuff, right?
Security.
So people are surged. It's like, and there were apparently lineups to get long lineups to get up onto Parliament Hill, and
wow.
It just doesn't. It's just not right.
It used to be just people would just gradually filter in.
Yeah, people just walk up
security
there
till recently.
Be mellow, have a good time, and as it should be. I mean,
sure.
We're not martial like the Americans are.
Thank
the
goodness.
Americans are a very martial country. So
I'll say. I saw a protest yesterday in front of our city hall. I was kind of surprised by. It's you've heard about all the protests in the States about this. The immigrants...
Separating the children?
Yes, exactly. Well, that's what that was. I didn't know. I didn't expect to see one up here, but there was a big rally about that over there.
That's disgusting.
But why in front of Parliament?
That's disgusting. No,
yes.
not the protest, but
no.
that action.
No, I'm all with the protest, because, it's got to be done.
How...
Sad,
there's only one word for it. There's one single sharp word. Nazi. That's a Nazi action.
Yeah, well, concentration camps, more or less.
Concentration camps.
Well,
the Australians have that.
Yes.
Nauru Island.
Yes, they do.
And now they're going to start converting military bases to concentration camps.
Yeah. Well, I saw a good sign that says human beings are not illegal.
And this is going to. I'm very strong-minded when it comes to the power of the individual and its and their abilities to affect the governments and the people that are supposedly representing them. If this was happening in my country, I would spare no effort making my political creature known exactly how I felt, and I would embroil every individual that I knew and could come into contact with to do the same. It's an amazing ability that we have as citizens to start a groundswell of action. I mean, they did reverse the decision. Trump did reverse the decision.
Well, except he's keeping whole families together now for unlimited amounts of time.
I got to stop talking about this. Sorry. Oh, okay. I really do.
It's not completely
that's
done
not a good
yet.
subject for something.
Oh yes, I know, but the thing is that it's not completely done. Yes, they're still having trouble reuniting parents with children.
They were also saying,
they're still going to keep them locked up together.
We'll reunite you if you sign this thing to leave the country.
That's extortion of a sort.
Exactly. That's bad too.
Yes.
But the point I was trying to make was that people give up. I mean, if you're a citizen in the country and you say, "Hey, there's nothing I can do," then are you a citizen of the country? Is this your country? You have to make your country your country. But you're wrong, Donnie. You're wrong. You have to make them care. This is the point. That's the point of being a citizen, is to make your government care. Donnie says, I believe all governments don't care about us as the people. Governments are evil, right? But then he also says we shouldn't let terrorism defeat us. Well, the point is that we have to make our governments listen to us human beings instead of corporations or other vested interests who have nothing better to do than spend money and time contacting and lobbying politicians that are supposedly working for you because you're too busy to be able to.
That's what I was going to say. They're working for us. Well, they're supposed to be.
There was around was it 2008 or 2004? Yeah, most people voted for Brexit in the UK, but the government are dragging their heels. Well, anyway, I said that's never going to happen. That's how I feel about that. But we'll see. I mean, it's strange the news that I get out of England with. Your NHS is just crippled. So you have this supposed deficit under control, but you have a spurt in crime, spurt in homelessness, spurt in unemployment, or no, actually more employed now, but the kind of employment that you do have now is the gig economy kind of crap shit, right? So there you go. But anyway, let's change tack.
Yes, we can go. We can get too deeply into this.
We can start ranting and raving and everything all we want.
Oh, we don't want to go there.
Why are people so okay with people entering a country illegally? Yeah, well, there's nothing that says, there's asylum, right? And people should be processed with due process. I mean, if you say, hey, you've entered the country illegally, you're no longer a human being.
Yeah, really.
That's an issue, right?
Well, the thing that gets me is they allow all these people, especially from, say, Mexico, to come into the States, and then they're happy to pay them less than the minimum wage to do their work. And that's okay. They don't complain about the immigration problem then. They don't call it a problem.
And you have guest workers, right?
Right.
They sign contracts, they work for you for peanuts, and then you send them back to the country they came from.
Right.
And then you say, hey, we can't get anybody here to do that job. Well, if you paid what it was worth, then maybe you could, right?
Right. But do you want to be cheap?
Hello, Colorado Martini. Let's drop politics. No politics.
Okay.
No politics.
You're
no
right.
politics.
You're right. Oh, it's a toxic.
We'll hurt each other
bottom.
if we do that.
It's a bottomless pit.
Well, one last shot though. No money for NHS, but money for war. But isn't that always the case?
Yes.
And we are under we're under there's a lot of economic pressure in the world, and have we forgotten the Occupy movement already? That kind of thing. Anyway, let's move on.
Like I said, it's a bottomless pit.
It's time for funny voices. Hello, my darling. I've missed you.
Have you got it?
I love you so much.
Is that the old time mic?
Yeah, it's the old time
mic.
mic.
Of course.
You have to speak softly because otherwise it overloads.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Overloads.
My goodness, I'm so sorry.
Let's do space voice.
Space Voice.
Yeah, I like Space Voice. Space Voice! We're coming from you. Oops, there, I turned it off. So,
okay, good to know.
Day before yesterday, I finished my Arduino project.
Oh, this is awesome.
I spent all night, I was up till 3 o'clock last night editing the footage from that build. And I have to say, it's monumentally long. Monumentally long. The actual Arduino part is like this, but then the build part is like this. And sad, I forgot to show, but the frame that I used was actually an unfinished frame because I got it for $4. Wrong. That was a wrong move. But rather than admit defeat, I decided, I'll keep this thing and and then I discovered, the depth is too low. Then I had to increase the depth. And how do I do that? I make little popsicle stick logs and I cut them and then I sand them and I do all this and I do all that. And it's all documented very well. Aha.
They're beautiful, actually. Those little logs, they're really beautifully formed.
And I think it really turned out well. And this actually sort of brings up the point. Actually, we have as a special guest star, we have the Arduino project completed up there. Whoops, woo, completed up there. Haha. But I have to take off my glove for this. As I plug it in and it comes to life. Oops, come to life, you. Where's the plug? The thing is, I spent, this project, there, connecting.
I think somebody
connected.
Did somebody say something? I saw the text.
Oh, I lost another subscriber.
Oh,
I suck.
but that's not.
It's not right.
Come on.
I need a green. Yeah, the green screens aren't expensive. You can actually make this one. There's two here. I actually have three. The one on the wall. There's one on the wall behind me that's painted. So that's a can of green paint. And then there's over there. There's like I have another screen which I flipped over some green fabric, which was thumbtacked into the wall before to cover the shelf, but I've taken that. I got a screen, and then I have another big stretch of fabric for other use. So you can go to any fabric shop and ask, what's green screen fabric, and then they'll help you out. So
do they actually know? Do they have like something they actually call green screen
because
fabric?
people ask for it so much.
Oh, okay.
And say they need it.
Well, I haven't had the experience, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool.
Don't know squat about it.
Yeah. So that's the Arduino project there. So, and believe me, that the little button. Oh, I can't. So let's see. Oh, I can't go over it.
You can't.
Well, if I lower the.
Oh, right, because it's not well.
Well, I can if I do this. So let me see. Where is that? Where is that?
You have to get a pointing stick. So you can point
I have to actually. Where is it now? Oh, there it is. So I have to actually lower this down, and then I can put my finger over it. Let me see if I go put it below this. There.
Oh. Okay.
See now. There. See now I'm above it.
Oh, hey, that's good.
Oh, point up there. See, the button was actually the hardest part to make because that was like a MakerBot file, and I have footage of the MakerBot making that button. But it was only in white, and then I had to sand it, and and then paint it, and sand it, and paint it, and sand it, and it looks really, really nice. The thing was, like, this was a big deal about, I guess, a couple of years ago on YouTube, where everybody was making videos about their YouTube or live YouTube subscriber count thing, and I just, I wanted to get on the bandwagon. But I only had, like, a very small number of subscribers. So then when I hit the 1,000, I revived the idea because I think it's kind of cool. You know, I look up on the wall, I can see the subscriber decrement or increment. And, but the thing was, like, most of the ones that I've seen, the actual job, the actual finished product that they've come out is pretty kind of crappy. So the Arduino part is nice enough, but then they sort of don't expend any energy on the frame, and most of the finished ones, they're exposed, like they try to make it look somewhat like the plaque that they give. But the plaque is like in a frame, but then they have to use like a shadow box, and then they don't put the glass in front because the other one, the ones that they present don't have glass in front. But I thought it would be nice to have it with the glass to protect it, and so there's this whole other levels of crafting and creativity that one can employ in order to create this thing. So I was really, really happy to get that.
It was a labor of love.
The only trouble is I can't decide, like, you know, if I am working on the video, right? So it's going to be too long, and it's probably not going to be interesting to to the vast majority of people, because everybody wants to do, you know, watch like 2 minutes, 3 minutes at maximum, and then it's like, oh, what a great video, and then move on with really no value in it at all. And YouTube is filled with that kind of crap, you know? So, but nobody will watch my video, which will actually teach them something or learn something, or, well, gratify my ego for having produced it. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Should I try and cut down the video to the most abject minimal amount of time, or should I just, you know, do what I think it deserves? What do you think?
Good question.
So here we are, Canada Day. So I wish I still smoked marijuana.
Oh yeah.
I've never smoked marijuana.
Right,
Did you know that
course.
if you admit to the American government at the border that you've ever smoked marijuana, you can? Yeah. Well, of course it's going to be cut. Like, I mean, there's enough video. Anyway, you'll see. And the trouble is, no matter how much you cut it, it's too long for most people. You can't win. So it's either you cut it so much that it makes no sense and it doesn't show the actual amount of work. Oh, what is Canada Day all about? I'm from USA. Well, it's like
Well, it's Canada's birthday.
Well, yeah, it's like the 4th of July, except there's a strong philosophical difference between the United States and Canada. Okay, we have a near similar date that we celebrate, but in the United States, celebrating July 1st is all about melting yourself into the American culture. Whereas in Canada, the way we celebrate it is that we celebrate our contribution to the culture and how we collectively create and make Canada grow. So while we claim, and anyone is welcome to be and call themselves a Canadian, it's in the context of how their culture adds to Canada.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's good.
Yeah. So we're great.
Well, we're not trying to assimilate people. It's sort of like you can come from somewhere else, have different cultural traditions, and you can have them here.
Yeah.
And that's fine, and it just enriches us as a whole, because those of us who are here, well, we're all from somewhere else originally, most of us, well, except for our indigenous people. But everybody else is an immigrant at some point.
Absolutely. And we, as Canadians, celebrate the fact that we... maybe I think I'm coloring it with my own interpretation. So everyone has their own interpretation. So that's another thing. So it's a very difficult thing to qualify, and it does mean different things to different people. But I think on the whole, we tend to think of ourselves as a cultural mosaic rather than a cultural melting pot. Oh my God, BTD! Hello.
BTD, how you doing?
Look at that! 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 My Arduino project is done. Look at that! Look at all. Yeah, it's much different than the United States. We were just discussing the difference between July 1st On July 4th, the American, and the Canadian Canada Day thing. So in actual, what it actually is the historical federation, the day Canada was federated as a country.
Yeah, 1867.
It is a Bigfoot sighting. So that's what it was. But anyway, hi, BTD. Let's show you some confetti.
Oh, that.
It is beautiful, isn't it? I think it really turned out well. I think you maybe. Oh, I see. Yeah, here's a Bigfoot sighting.
A Bigfoot sighting.
Where was that? I don't know if you saw the picture I posted of it on Twitter. It's pretty. I worked so hard. It's like ridiculous, but it's finally done.
You had a Bigfoot sighting?
That's BTD, I guess.
BTD? You saw Bigfoot?
Well,
where'd you see that?
I'm actually surprised you're here because I thought you'd be in the A&E, as they call the emergency.
Yeah. Oh, because of that black stuff on your face.
What the hell are you doing, buddy? What are you doing to yourself?
Is that some kind of...
You don't have to tear a leg off to get views,
I hope not.
We're all I saw that knife stuck through that thing you posted. I was like, what the hell? I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. No. Get away from me.
Is that black stuff? Was that like some kind of chemical peel or something?
That was the peel that he had on his face, right?
Peel,
and he had like too much left over, so he decided to smear it all over the rest of your body.
Oh, I missed the part about that. Yeah, that's right. You asked people to suggest places, where to smear
it.
It
Was the face mask. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That was amazing stuff.
I saw you were trying to peel it off your face. I was like,
wow.
Any suggestions? Well, this is a family show, so no.
Oh, I can only imagine what you're thinking.
Well, it would what's the word? The CIA would be interested in that substance, I'm sure.
The CIA.
Yes.
Let's see.
If that rendition stuff ever comes back, I get the hint. I'll get recording. No, don't do that. Oh boy, yeah. I was saying when we started. I was saying how well, we were gone for 2 weeks because my father-in-law had his spleen removed and and you know what? 3 days after we left, he was back at work.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. He's been out of the hospital for a week and he goes back to work. He's supposed to take 3 weeks off.
Why do you do this to yourself? Don't, man, don't. You're 88 years old, for God's sake. Act like it.
He's an accountant, though.
And he's an accountant.
A chartered accountant.
A Superman accountant.
Oh, yes, he is.
All he's missing is the Kate. Did I say Kate?
I think so. I don't know what the Kate's all about, but...
That's tough. Oh. I mean, wouldn't any of us take the maximum time they could?
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, having an internal organ removed, I can't see going back to work after a week.
If you ever needed an excuse to take a day off, I think having an organ removed.
Well, does this mean he can't vent? They talk about the spleen, venting your spleen. Does that mean he can't...
Well, your father was never a venter anyway.
Well, this is true, but that's beside the point.
There, you just popped into focus. It's funny, like the camera kind of...
Who popped into focus?
You.
I was out of focus?
Yeah.
Nobody informed me of this.
Sometimes
it happens. How come I wasn't informed of this?
I just informed.
I need to know when I'm not in focus.
Yes, dear.
Yes, well, it's kind of important, don't you think? How would you feel if you were out of focus?
He loves his work. Yeah, he does, actually.
He does.
He's a senior partner in an accountancy practice.
Yeah, small practice.
And he loves his work. He does. Mm-hmm. And I think as far as, for some people, work is life. If they couldn't work, they would die.
Well, I'd rather he works than...
So I think Don is, he comes from that school of, and myself, too. I mean, if it was me, yes, but I mean, let's face it, minimum wage. Come on, take a day off. Like,
oh, sure. Well, you're being properly remunerated.
Remunerated.
I never get that word right. Then and you love your work.
And you love your work,
of course.
And you have nothing else in your life.
I guess. Well, they've got cats. They've got cats.
Well, yeah. No, okay. I have to apologize. That sounded really, I don't know, bitter or something, you know.
Oh, well.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. I get that way sometimes, eh? You know what?
It's the German, yeah.
The German, yeah, well, you know.
The Deutschlander.
So let's do the intro. We haven't done the intro yet.
Oh, right, we haven't. I forgot all about it.
Hello, thanks for tuning in. And we're back.
Was that Remy's fabulous song?
Yes, it was Remy Moore's fabulous intro song that he did for us. And you know, I tweeted this out. I put the Canada Day hashtag and everything, and not a one. Nobody. I guess everybody's out having a good time, sweating in the sun, and that's all right. We have you, three people who are here. That is why we do it. We do it for you.
I think people are deserving of, well, something falling from the sky. I don't know what. Your choice. You know. Subscriber buttons.
I already did
Coaf heads.
I just did those two.
Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Oh, geez, he didn't he doesn't tell me anything. Jeez, nobody tells me anything.
I was just reading Andreas von T's.
Oh.
A chat thing here.
Cats in space.
I haven't transitioned to them yet.
But I just saw a cat.
Yeah, I know. That's in the pre-thing.
Oh.
I have to transition.
My apologies.
You let the cat out of the bag, woman.
Well, it's a natural, isn't it?
All right, since you've said that, there we go.
Okay, I'm sorry. Look at that.
Andreas von T says, I am only interested in work law.
Oh,
but you're here, unless you consider us work. Aha. Oh, sorry, it's an empty, hollow sounding. Oh, boy.
I could say something, but I won't.
Oh, don't let the show stop you, darling. Yeah. So, like I was saying before, I was so happy to get It's funny, you know, you finish a project and then you just can't, you know, I don't know, you can't. You're sort of vacant, or what's the word?
Vacant?
No, spent, I think.
Spent, yeah, spent force.
Oh, thinking about work. Ah, well, there you go.
Oh, okay. Yes, well.
Yeah. I was gonna try to make a joke, but you know, sometimes it's best not to say anything at all. But I do, like, you're out west in Alberta, right? And you know, there's not much else to think or do out there.
Are you taking a shot at Alberta? No, could that be? Ooh, that's
the wide
nasty.
open spaces. And then it's like, and then in the wintertime you go snowblind. So you have to keep your head down. And if your head is down, why not work?
I think I'd rather sleep if my head's down.
No.
I do enough work.
No, you play chess, woman.
That's right.
You're playing a lot of chess, I know.
I'm not playing.
I know.
I'm not playing any. I'm training right now.
Oh, you're training. That's right, you're working up your game.
Studying, let's say.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's more accurate. Training? No, I shouldn't say training. It's like, oh, I'm a professional chess player,
that's
right?
bad. That's so bad.
Oh, what's that?
He says that my boy asked if I wanted to go camping. I said I have work to do.
Oh, okay.
You, sir, go tell your boy I'm taking 2 days off. No, a day and a half off. No,
half an hour. Half an hour.
No, we'll camp in the back and then, overnight.
That sounds like my own father.
Yeah. And now he's 88 years old, still going to work every day.
And he hasn't got time. That's right. He's busy.
Oh, Donnie Shaw's having a live stream. Take care. I got to get ready for my live stream in 20 minutes. Wow.
Oh, okay.
So that's exactly when we finish.
Hey.
But we're going to be spent, and I have to... Ugh.
What?
I think I have to take a shower after this. It's hot in here.
Well, I don't know. We might have to check.
It's raining on their tents as we speak.
Oh, okay.
So they are in the backyard, are they?
Uh-huh. No, it comes out.
Take care, Donnie. Thank you for coming. We enjoyed your...
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. I think he's gone already.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't mind checking out his show.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't seen one of his
I have to go back to
yet.
editing. See, I have to go back to work, too.
Oh, right. Yes.
I still like the
He's a workaholic.
I love the cats.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're such amazing little creatures.
Where is everybody?
I don't know.
Nobody ever comes to our live stream. Do we suck? Do we suck at this?
I don't know. Do we? Maybe. I don't know. Could be.
Maybe.
I can't tell.
You know, they come for the novelty and then it wears off and they never come back.
That's right.
Sigh.
But you had a new novelty. You had a new novelty
the
today.
The Arduino thing.
Exactly, right. Is that awesome or what?
Yeah. Look at that. Ooh.
Yeah. Did a bang-up job on that thing.
I think I did too.
I really like it.
I'm really proud of it, actually.
Well, I tell you, you may have sounded very frustrated, but that was a labor of love. You got it.
It had to be. I worked so hard on it.
Well, you did a beautiful job on every aspect of it.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to tell.
Really impressed with that.
I am too. Well, and the play button. I don't know if you can tell from here, but that play button really looks like a play button, like you'd get from YouTube.
Yours is better.
Yes, well, I made it all myself. You know.
And it looks gorgeous.
It does look gorgeous.
Pristine.
Well, there are a few... See, this is it. You know, when you get this perfectionism happening, it's like nothing is ever good enough, and that's all you... It's bad. That's really bad, you know? That's like one of those things you need to... One needs to...
Temper?
Good word. Yeah, temper.
Yes, well, it's also to do with your German heritage.
Well,
stereotypically.
It is. Yeah, stereotypically.
I won't say it.
I think for me,
there must be some Germans who aren't like that.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Andreas wants to. I incubated 10 eggs. It's a new hobby, but it's a lot of work. But it's entertaining as well, or entertainment as well. I think it would be, chicken eggs, I presume. And when you say incubated,
You mean like light? Sort of, or something like that. Well, some kind of heat source.
Well, yeah, I think
it would have to be that, right?
I'm sure he's not.
I don't think he's sitting on them. No.
Yeah. What's the term for sitting on an egg? It's. There's a word for that.
Not nesting, is it? No.
No. Brooding.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Brooding. Eh? Maybe it's brooding. Eh?
Maybe I don't know what the word is. It might. I don't know.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine it's a lot of work.
Knows.
I think do you have to rotate the eggs and stuff like that too, and manage the temperature? I imagine. I think there's a sort of a narrow spread that keeps the eggs viable.
Oh, okay.
Sort of thing, yeah, sort of like that.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I just it's neat. I'm really happy with the way the technical aspects of our show are working, so that's very pleased so far. I haven't been able to add anything different or new. I'm very, very close. I think I have the solution in hand now for being able to do interviews and that. So I'm going to start pursuing that, and I think it's going to work out really well. I'm pretty certain. So I'm going to create, I think, a couple of special effects for that to that end, and I think it'd be worth seeing anyway. And I think this is one of the things that why guests on shows make it inherently more interesting, because people who are guests, bring their own friends and community to watch them on the show, kind of thing. So you get that sort of groundswell of happening. Andreas continues. He says, "Well, the incubator I got looked after itself. Oh, but building the infrastructure as they grow is where the work is involved."
Oh, okay.
I would imagine, eh?
Wow.
So you're going to start keeping chickens, I guess, and growing eggs. Well, if you have the space and the land, and that's one of those things.
Sure.
It's like it's a natural out. Especially if you have the time and the energy to, and if you have young people that you can foist the work on.
Jeez.
Feed the chickens. Feed the chicken. Get the eggs. Clean out the chicken thing. Yeah, there. Oh, you were bad. You have to do that. Chicken chores for you. Oh, I love that.
Chicken chores for you.
Chicken chores. You've got the chicken chores. Right? Right?
It must be quite satisfying to...
I'm what's the word? A mogul. Yes, a mogul of chicken eggs. Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah. See,
it must be great to...
Yeah. And the chickens are fun, too.
I love chickens. I think they're cute.
The apartment's too small, baby.
Well, I'm not... Well,
you're not having chickens.
How sad.
You can't have cats, you can't have chickens. That's just, and even the pigeons on the balcony, boy, they tried hard to...
Oh, they never give up.
They never give up, give up. I'm out there with a little spritz box. Get out! Get away! And I still find eggs out there.
Well, I don't know how they do it.
They put like 2 sticks together, boom, that's a nest.
Yep, it's true. They literally, I don't know where they learned how to build nests, but they don't resemble nests.
They're really like...
They're not functional nests.
Yeah, all they need is like a 3-sided enclosure, so any place, and then boom, eggs there.
Yep.
And the bull, I guess you call that the bull.
I think so.
With his harem, and it's like, first he had 1, he was like, I don't know, but then he had 2, and it was like, get out! Get out!
Yeah. Well, it's sort of funny, I keep seeing them as, like every time I see them, the bull and his harem there, they show up, and it's sort of like they're looking for an apartment. Oh yes, I like the amenities in this place.
We were laughing and saying, they have no memories of me chasing away or taking their eggs or nothing, but they're back again.
Well, the thing is, I read something in National Geographic about the intelligence of birds, and, well, admittedly, pigeons aren't at the top. That would be the corvids, the crows, and so on. But the thing is, pigeons actually are supposed to have very good memories, which rather struck me as odd.
I remember you saying that.
Well, yeah. I know it doesn't seem to jive. Like, what are we missing here?
I think...
maybe they're just... what's the word? Not persuasive. What's the word? Persevering, something like that.
Persevering, yeah. They persevere, all right. And Andreas says, an egg turns into a complete living being. Must be healthy food, right?
Oh.
The food, the thing or the thing itself? Is that the food?
Is this something about chicken and egg somehow?
Yeah, I didn't make that connection. But sometimes, like...
I think that's... Oh, I thought that's what you were alluding to.
Well, no, I just, it's like, which sense did he mean it in?
Oh, I
right?
don't know.
So the egg must be healthy food, or what the egg turns into, since it's a living being, must be healthy food. Well,
both probably.
Yeah. So any healthy being makes good food?
Well, no.
Well, I think
we're talking.
If we ever get hungry, you've got a leg, I've got an arm. Let's share. Let's see.
Oh, this is getting strange now.
Sorry.
Well, it must be satisfying to watch these little guys hatch. I mean,
yeah,
that's not something we get to see a lot, or ever, never.
Never.
It sounds like something that's kind of wonderful to see.
Oh yeah. If you eat an egg, it must be healthy if it has everything to create a complete chick with nothing added. Well, yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. But again, it's like, well, I don't know. It's a weird point you're trying to make, or weird point you're making, because everything we eat is derived from living things. So there's nothing really except vitamins, I guess, artificially created vitamins. The processing, I guess, is maybe where people take issue. But I mean, but then you have the conversation. Well, your point is correct, but how healthy is it if it's an industrial scale farm, and how healthy can it be if what it's eating is its own ground up chicken mates, or
right? You're getting into
so then there's this
mad cow.
Then there's this whole
syndrome
spiral
how this came about.
Things. So
right,
yeah.
Well, I think it depends. Well, if you're talking about not an industrial farm, but just
yeah, like a real, like a normal,
I'm assuming Andreas' setup.
Yeah, he says it's something that came to mind when they were crawling out of their egg. Yeah, so in that context, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
But living in the city. With the population pressures that we're all under, the planet is under. I mean, it's just it's weird, eh? I mean, how fragile our civilization really is when you think about it, and why there's such stresses, and why this migration thing is such a strange issue. Can you move your head forward and backward a little bit? Let's see. I'm trying to see if the camera will lock on you.
Oh,
it's hard to tell.
You mean I'm out of focus again?
I can't see. You may be, but it's weird. Yeah.
Is that better?
No. If you go towards the center, maybe, I think. Yeah. and goes in. There we go. I think we're like.
Oh, sorry. Sort of drifted there.
No, it's okay. Oh. It's a weird effect, eh?
What? Oh, yes. I guess so.
Sorry. Yeah, so...
Well, I let go. I sort of...
Yeah,
bounced.
there's like, it's an interesting trade-off, like living in a big spread, and it's a huge responsibility, too, in a lot of ways, because there's a lot of, if you have living farm or critters, not even on a large scale, they still rely on you, It's going to be good getting eggs from my chickens that are eating my lawn and bugs around there. Yeah, absolutely. This is the quintessential organic egg, really. the product, which would be, certainly interesting. You're our only guest now, Miss Andreas Fonti. Thank you for...
But everybody else left?
Everybody else left.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. It's maybe
too much competition.
I know, eh? I know.
But we're discussing such vital things.
I don't know. Maybe we're too smart for most people. Or too silly. Maybe that's a weird combination, smart and silly. Well, they don't know what to make of it. I do notice that. A lot of people seem to be intimidated by either myself, Yeah, they must... No, it's not that. Don't worry. I wouldn't worry about that. It's I don't know. I get very self-deprecating sometimes, It's like, what do I have to do in order to become successful at this YouTube thing, because I'm just not. It's sad. It's really sad. I've got...
hard.
I think there's... I don't know. I mean, I refuse to do that kind of trendy clickbait kind of crap.
Well, there's so much of it.
There's so much of it.
Why do something different?
And it's my
point?
Productions. I haven't been putting out as much as I could or should because of all these other things that keep getting in the way.
Yeah, it's called real life.
Well, not only that, but life. Period. It's like I don't live in a basement. I don't have people making my meals. I mean, Shelley and I share the responsibilities for our household. She doesn't do all the house cleaning by any stretch, so, I mean, I certainly try to keep my end up, right?
Yeah, you certainly do.
Yeah,
do a good job.
And, that's that, And I'm just not interested in dumb crap.
No.
I don't mind acting dumb, and maybe that's what throws people off.
Well, you hardly act dumb. You act silly, but not dumb. There's a difference.
Oh. Hey, there's some people came back. That was weird.
They came back?
Or new people joined.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were down to one person, and I was just lamenting my... I don't know how much of that you caught, because I stopped looking. I was so sad.
Well, thank you for saving us, Andreas, from...
Yes, for having no watchers in our stream.
That would be very sad.
Then
Do you have Andreas, do you have a channel? Like, do you film the chickens at all, or the incubation process?
Oh, you can check it out. Actually, we can check it out right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'd like to. I gotta check that out.
How do I do that now? Oh,
actually,
I can do
I've got to
right
subscribe.
Here.
I haven't.
I'm subscribed to you.
Oh, well, I'm not. I don't think. Or at least I'll have to check. I'm gonna have to.
New tab. There we go.
Oh.
So we're loading you up. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's got a cool. That's. I did you change your banner since I last saw it? I don't remember.
Very well.
Anyway, I'm just going to switch so everybody can see here.
So I can see what's going on here.
Let's see. Well, you can look at that later, Shelley. Don't burn your eyes out.
I'm not burning them out. I just want to...
So this is... let me get ourselves...
It's so dark I can't see.
Well...
Since the chicken stuff there, or what?
I don't think so.
Okay, I can't see anything anyway.
Well, I know you can. That's what I said. You can't see anything.
Well, sometimes I have to try with the hope, maybe.
Yeah, he's got like big farm equipment and some...
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Drone... Phantom 2 Vision quadcopter drone crab. Wow, cool.
Wow, that's neat.
5 moons in Jupiter. Oh, ISIS.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's neat. You got some cool stuff here.
Oh, yes. I got to check this out. I love that space stuff. That's fascinating.
Bugs on the pond. Spring is sprung.
Oh, neat.
Let's see. What have you done? Oh, your last video? Yeah, I saw. That's the one I saw. That's your last video. It was like 7 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm bad. Holy cow, man.
Well, yeah, but it's the growing season, so that's a busy time. Well, actually,
all right, fair. No, that's fine. I think that's a good reason. So I'm gonna transition us back.
All that stuff you have to do with all the crops.
The thing is, like, once I had that up, I can't see the chat or anything, so I can't see if anybody said anything.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I haven't added. He says he hasn't added much to the channel. He kind of lost interest after the monetization thing. And that sucks, and that's, I think, this is sort of what you hit on a kind of an interesting thing there, because it it sort of affected me similarly. It's not that I lost interest so much. It's that a lot of it it's starting to feel forced. And I don't like that feeling. Why there's too much in life that's forced.
It's true.
I mean, this is supposed to be, I like making videos, I like producing things, I like making other content for people, but once it becomes forced, then it stops.
It's a job. It's not a passion
and
anymore.
I don't get paid enough. I mean, I never lost my monetization, but I don't get paid nearly enough for the amount of heartache and effort I've had to put in, like, this last 6 months, ever since this happened.
Yes.
Yeah, he said lost monetization and lost interest, the $25 a month. Well, they were all saying, everybody was saying, "Oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter."
It does matter.
It matters a lot.
It matters
a lot to people who don't have that $25 a month, who would like to rely on it.
Yes, and then they just arbitrarily decide to pull the rug out.
Yeah, so. $25 a month. That's not nothing,
Yeah, exactly.
Every little bit helps, and if you've got, like, this is the quintessential farming thing. You make a few bucks from the crops would be the main thing.
Sure.
But then you have the baking stuff,
the sidelines,
all the sidelines.
Like,
and this
maybe you sell vegetables at the roadside or something.
So you have another little sideline that you make a few bucks on.
Sure.
And that's
you don't have some.
That is the sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Well, that is the quintessential objet of farming life.
I thought you were going to say objet d'art.
No, I mean, we have, like, this and I think that's kind of cool that it gives you the ability to harness every iota of your creativity in all these different directions as you can. And you're out of focus again.
Oh, geez. Sorry. Wasn't thinking about it. Got to concentrate to be in focus.
Yes. I don't know if it's up to you. It's the camera.
I was thinking about
swirly.
something.
I don't know why it does that. I think
it's because I was thinking about something else. That's
and then
why.
you go out of focus.
Yes, that's right. I told you that's how it works.
Yeah, and this is exactly it. He says, I do quite a few things for minimal monetary return, but it adds up, and that's the point.
Yeah, if you get enough
and you
of
can't
these
rely
things.
on anyone. Like, who can anymore? I mean, we're not government employees, and even people who are... Oh wow! Are in the gig economy, so to speak. They have this and that and this and that and this and that, and YouTube is just another one of this.
Right.
And they just snatched it away because they're greedy. Pure and simple.
Yes, I think so. Well, as if they haven't made enough money off YouTube.
Billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they get the information of what we watch and what we produce,
yes,
and they can tie that to our profiles, sell that, and make more money on top of that. So the views and the money that they're dishing out back to us is inconsequential to the value they're getting from our productions in the first place.
Well, they'd have nothing without the YouTubers.
Nothing at all.
They provide the platform. We do the work. Yeah, they maintain it to some degree. But they, geez. We're the creativity, all of us.
What's the word? We surpassed the goal or the line that they set for us, and then they changed it.
Yeah, well, they want to change the goalposts.
I had my 25,000 views 10 years ago. Why change the rules now?
Because it suits them.
Because they opened it up to everybody, and then it's like, oh, we got too many people, now we have to cut back, and then they make it twice as hard.
Yeah, and who do they hit?
And they made it really hard.
It's like society. It's a microcosm of society. Who do you hit hardest? The ones at the bottom. The small guys.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I apologize.
They can't fight back.
We're hitting our last 15 seconds
of
the show.
I'm sorry. We shouldn't be bitter.
But I mean, but no, it's true what they did. They've completely aligned themselves with the forces of evil, pure and simple. Anyway, Andreas says, I picked balls on the highway this spring, making $25 an hour doing it, got exercise and a few bucks. Yeah, see?
Okay. What, golf balls? I guess that's what I mean. Oh, I thought you said balls. I thought, okay, sorry. I misheard.
Articulation.
Okay, bottles. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well,
so
cleans up the area too.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I went on a rant there, but
me too. I sort of joined in.
It's true. And Andreas, I'm sorry that you've lost your
monetization.
Not only that, but it just sort of what's the word? It kicked you in the nuts, really, like having that ripped out from under you. Like all of us who had the Colorado Martini says I'm back. We were just commiserating with Andreas Fonti and how he lost his monetization. You should check him out, by the way. He's got a cool channel. It's like the wide open spaces in out west, and I like to make fun of Alberta, but they're God's people. I mean, in almost literally, and salt of the earth in every way imaginable, and this is to have that. It's like Google. They were saying, $25 or $30 a month, that doesn't matter. You're not making anything. You could do that for an hour, like working as a part-time job. Well, this is a part-time job, and I'm making $25 a month, so come on.
Well, it's a part-time job that is yours. It's not somebody else's. Not like you got to go over there and shovel stuff for somebody else. You're over here doing what you want to do, what you're passionate about.
Exactly.
That's important.
Well, that should be enough. Geez. Tell that to teachers. Tell that to doctors. Tell that to politicians.
Tell it to big corporations.
On that note.
Yes, rent. It's a rent fest.
We are. I'm just going to show you the Arduino project one last time.
Oh, okay, yes.
I'm going to have that video up in a few days. I'd really, really love to have you watch it and comment on it. I got monetized 10 years ago, my friend, and it took me about 3-4 years to accumulate the views, and at that time you needed 25,000 views to get monetized. Then they changed the rules in February and said you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I didn't have the subscribers, but I have the watch hours because of the kind of content I have. People would search on Google, people would search on YouTube and find my videos and watch them, learn what they need to learn and leave, but they wouldn't subscribe.
Yeah.
So then YouTube in their infinite wisdom said, hey, you need subscribers. You need 1,000 subscribers in order to keep your monetization. So for the entire month of February, I got 3 hours of sleep a night to hustle the subscribers so I could keep my monetization.
Well, you started with, how many subscribers did you have initially? Is 100 something?
I had I had 183, 193.
Wow.
So I had to get like 800 subscribers in 30 days.
Plus.
Otherwise, I would have lost.
That's appalling. And it's so artificial.
Yeah. Oh, this is a Sesame Street race. Well, thanks for coming, guys, but we're just heading out. So, sayonara. Thanks for coming, everybody who did.
It's a time race?
Yes, it's time. The time is right.